Hello, this is going to be Solidworks CSWA practice problem 7.11, and if you want to follow along with the video, make sure to follow the link in the description, which will take you to the official Solidworks practice problem database. So let's get started. First, make sure the units are set to MMGS. Then we'll start a sketch, and we will start it in the front plane. Let's draw two circles here. Inside being 22, outside being 28. Now let's start with a cylindrical extrusion of the whole part, and it will be extruded by 50. Including the inner part. Select OK. And then we're going to make an extruded cut in the same sketch. And the cut being made is going to be this right here, except it is going to be cut from a surface let me reset this. Oh, it seems the original extrusion missed this. Let me change that real quick. It should. Yes, it should include both areas like this. And then once you go to the extrude cuts, yes, it should cut like this. But it'll be cut from this surface, and you'll reverse the depth of the cuts, and the depth will be 40 deep, like this. And we'll select OK. So now we need to set our reference planes. The first reference will be tangent to the cylinder, like so. And the second reference, I believe the second reference should just be a plane. So I guess the second reference would be the top plane in this case. So do it like this. We'll select OK. And we'll hide the other base planes. And we'll start a sketch there on this plane. Now let's create our basic geometry. Have a horizontal line stretching about here. About here. Then you have a diagonal line, another horizontal, go straight up. Then there's an arc like so, and another, and then there's another arc like so, which goes into a vertical line, a small horizontal, into another diagonal, into another diagonal, which connects to the final corner. So there's your base geometry. Let's get the sketch fillet tool let's make this corner our 3 sketch fillets. Same with this corner. Select OK. And then let's make this corner our 6 sketch fillets. Let's add 2 circles. And let's dimension it so that the center point of this circle is 9 away from this edge. And 19 away from the bottom edge. Let's try and find the, oh yes, the center point of this arc right here, which is this center point, is going to be coincident with the center point of this circle. So let's do that. And the same would also go for this arc right here, the R6. So let's also do that. There you go. So 3 center points are coincident at 1 point. So these arcs are set. I want to set this arc right here. I guess first let's make sure that these two lines are actually, these 2 diagonals that you see here are perpendicular to each other. So let's constrain them perpendicular. I believe we can start dimensioning. So this right here is supposed to be 2. The distance between this edge and this corner is going to be 20. Distance between this bottom edge and the top is 24. The distance from this corner, which is at the origin, to this far right corner, is going to be 32. The distance from this arc center point to the top is going to be 12. And let's set the distance of this circle. So the distance from this center point to the bottom will be 6. And the distance from its center point to this diagonal is going to be 7. And its diameter is going to be 5. The other circle's diameter was 7. the angle of this diagonal from this horizontal is 32 degrees. And here we're going to need a construction line, vertical construction line like so. And that the angle between this diagonal and this construction line is going to be 15 degrees. There we go. And then the radius of this big arc is going to be 16. And I believe that's all the dimensions. Now we have a fully defined sketch. Yep, that's it. Now that I have a fully defined sketch, let's extrude it. So feature extrude, and it will be extruded blind by a depth of 6, and it will be extruded into the cylinder, so let's reverse the extrusion direction. Click the check, and then we will simply mirror this extrusion. So select linear pattern, mirror, and the plane we'll mirror about is the right plane. And the feature to mirror will be the extrusion. Select OK. And that should be the completed part. Now let's check the answer. And for your mass properties, you will have 23,412 cubic millimeters for your volume. Thank you for, no. I see. So in this case, because you're making an extrusion inside of an extrusion, you're actually supposed to make the cut after everything is done. So we're actually going to go back and let's delete this cut extrude, and let's simply just do it again, because these extrusions were extruded inside a cylinder, so it needs to be cut after. So let's do extrude cut. Let's go back to the original sketch. And we'll select this. And we'll be from the top surface here, cutting down, and again cut to a depth of 40. Select OK. And now it is a hollow cylinder on the inside. Did that in the wrong order. Now we can check the mass properties, and the actual answer is 22,751 cubic millimeters for your volume. Hope you learned something from this video, and I'll see you in the next one.